Usually I ultrasound most of my monitor lizards, but the rhino iguana, one, she should have follicles because of the time of the year, and two, they're just easier to deal with. So I figured that would be the best one to do for a video. So, but the rhino iguanas typically I won't ultrasound because they're seasonal breeders, so I keep them with the males, especially this time of the year, and then they breed and usually everything goes through well. But for this display, we'll try ultrasounding her. Her name is Delilah. She's in shed. That's why she doesn't look that pretty right now. A little bit above the hip bones. We should see something. There we go. Okay, so if we go to the screen right now. Okay, so right here is a scan of a female's follicles, a female rhino iguana. So these right here are at 17.5 millimeters. And you see where the two cursors are, that's the each edge of the follicle. So the reason we do that because you want to measure the longest distance because you want to stay consistent. For rhino iguanas, I mean, usually you're going to breed them in the teens and 20s, but since they're seasonal breeders, once their season hits, for basically this time of the year, I just keep them with the males and everything moves forward. It's more so important for animals that don't have like a seasonality with their breeding, like water monitors, for example. They don't have much of a seasonality. They can have several clutches throughout the year, and you want to make sure that you are pairing the females up with the males when they're ready. So you don't want to pair up a female, for example, with a male if she has no follicles or her follicles are too far along. But if the follicles are along this size, if it was a water monitor, this would be perfect. So 17, so in the teens and 20s. Yep, so that's a follicle there if anyone was ever curious. So this right here is the larger follicle, the one that's 17.5 millimeters. And this one right here, it's out of focus because the depth is a little bit different, but that's part of another one. And she had some smaller ones in there too. You'll always see that. You always see some larger and smaller ones. But usually to keep everything standardized, you go for the largest follicle. You get a measurement on that. And you also want to look at the coloration on the follicle.